Hey guys, here is part 4 to the Larry X listener. I'm not going to talk much. There is going to be a trigger warning set in place. I actually got this idea because, of a sad, Kenny edit with his family. But yeah, so I hope you guys not enjoyed. I say that at the end, not the beginning. Fucking hell, Alex. Sorry, I'm an idiot, as most of you guys might know. But, So yes, there is going to be a couple trigger warnings set in place. There's going to be a lot of cussing coming from, well, your stepdad and your mom. Cops are going to be called. Objects will be thrown. Your stepdad is going to end up calling you names like a slut and a whore, and same with your mom. Like drinking, like getting drunk, and like abuse, just straight up abuse. There's also going to be mentions of self-harm. You guys are not doing anything. You're just being checked by the police, and they find cuts on your arm, and they're like, "What's that?" And you have to tell them because they're the police. Anyways, let's get into it. So you stayed with Larry for about a week until your head got better, and you were walking back home. Larry had to do something with his mom, so you just decided to walk home on your own. And you didn't even knock on the door like you normally do. You just walked in to the sound of yelling. Your stepdad was probably drunk again. Your mom was probably home for the entire week trying to get him to stop. But of course, because, well, it's him, he's not gonna fucking stop. You walked past them, they didn't even realize you were there from all of the yelling, and walked into your room, slamming the door shut, which you're surprised I didn't hear the slam, it was super loud, and flopped down on your bed. All you could hear downstairs was muffled screamings, and objects being thrown, and cussing, and everything, and next thing you know, you hear footsteps coming up the stairs and a loud bang on your door. "I know you're in there, you little slut. Let me in. Where have you been staying? Why have you been gone for so long? Don't ignore me. I know you're in there. Don't make me knock this door down. I will take it off of its fucking hinges." "Jason, stop. Leave them alone. They're a teenager. They deserve privacy." "No, Tiff, you leave me alone. I'm the man of the house. I will speak when I want to speak, and you will shut up when I tell you to." "You asshole." "The fuck did you just call me?" "I called you an asshole." "You dumb bitch." Next thing you hear is your mom being slammed up against the wall right next to your door, and you hear this come out of your stepdad's mouth. "I married you. I control you. You had no right to talk to me like that, and if I want to get in to their room, I will. They don't deserve any privacy here. If anything, they deserve what I did to them years ago. Please, I can't let you do that again." "You're not the boss, are you? Anyway, they need to be purified again. Remember? They're hanging out with that Larry dude. And I can't let that happen. And I can smell the weed from their room. They're turning from God, Tiff. From Jesus. I need to purify them. I will not let you touch them." "Oh, Tiff. But I already have. That giant gash. If they didn't have escaped, I would have purified them right there in the living room. No, you couldn't stop. Oh, and Tiff, you might have to be purified too. No, please. You grabbed a object from your table next to your bed, something sharp, so like a crystal or something, and you slammed open the door and hit your stepdad over the head with it. Your mom was on the ground, her knees huddled up to her chest, and she was crying. You knew that if you didn't open the door then, he would have dragged her off. You helped her up, and you guys both ran out of the house, running down to the police station, where you both ran in. Your mom was bleeding from the glass that was smashed, and you were scared out of your mind. A police officer ran over to both of you, bringing you into his office and sitting you down, making sure you were all right. Your mom was too scared to speak, so another police officer took her somewhere so she could get some help, and you sat there and explained everything. Even everything that happened to you when you were only 9 years old. So I am going to voice you guys for this part. So a fair trigger warning, because I don't believe I put this in the beginning. I did say abuse, but there's going to be some sexual abuse and rape. So if you guys are like really sensitive to that, please, I don't want to send you guys into like a panic attack or an anxiety attack. So please get out. I don't want to like hurt any of you. So yeah, let's get into it. All right. I am Officer Dewey. I will need your information. What's your name? A listener. All right. Last name. It's fine. If you don't want to say it, we don't have to deal with it. Age. I'm 15. All right. How old is your mother? 23. Okay. And your father? Or stepdad, right? Yeah, he's 35. All right. I need your date of birth. Insert your date of birth here. All right. Are you sexually active right now? No. Okay. Are you on any drugs? Yeah. Okay. What are you on? Marijuana, but it's for my mental health. All right. Any close friends or lovers or boyfriends? Yeah. I have a couple. All right. How many would you say you have? 5? Okay. All right. Thank you. Now we're gonna have to start the story. Tell me what happened when you walked into the house after coming from your friend Larry's house, right? Yeah. Okay. What happened then? I walked in and my mom and stepdad were screaming and yelling at each other. Probably from what happened with my head when he smashed a glass bottle over it. And I actually had to stay at Larry's house for a week because it had hurt me pretty badly, and I wasn't able to go home safely. And so yeah, and then I come home, and I thought they didn't notice me, so I walked up to my room, closed my door, locked it, and flopped down on my bed. I was about to put in my headphones when I heard Jason walking up the stairs, and he started to bang on my bedroom door, and he started calling me names like a slut and a whore, and that I wasn't pure anymore and that he needed to purify me. And what do you mean by purify, listener? This isn't the first time he's tried doing it. Okay. And what do you mean by purified? He would hold me down and take advantage of me and would unwanting touching me, and he would have sexual intercourse without your permission. Yes. Okay. And how many times has he done this? 3. 3 times? Yes. And how old were you? The first time I was 5. The second time I was 8. And the third time I was 9. And what about your mom? Do you know anything about your mom? No, you would have to ask these questions to her, sir. Alright. Has he done anything other than unwanted sexual intercourse or sexual assault or just regular assault and all? He threatened to kill someone. Who? Larry. And why is that? Because he said that I was getting too close to him and that I was his and no one could take me from him. Alright. It's enough questions for today. We will be putting you and your mom in a apartment funded by the police station. You guys will be staying there until we either find more evidence on this man, and we will make sure that he stays far, far away from both of you. I will be asking your mom questions when she's ready. Please go out into the lobby and wait. Yes, sir. Officer Dewey. Yes, Officer Megan. I got the reports from Tiffany. Thank you. I'll be right back. Listener, I have some questions about your mom. Please follow me. So, it turns out one of my officers was able to talk to your mom. Was your mom ever diagnosed with schizophrenia? Because we looked back on her past medical bills and it says here that she was diagnosed with it. It also says that she was diagnosed with depression and PTSD. I don't know what this information will lead for you, but you are her child. I thought you should know. Your mom is doing better, but we are going to have to hold her here for a little while. If you have anywhere to live, please go. If you have anywhere to stay or anyone to stay with, please, we are going to need you to stay with them. If it's a friend or a friend's mom or an aunt and uncle, you know who you're going to stay with. All right. I'm gonna need their name and info. Okay. Who will be the adult guardian there? Lisa Johnson. Okay. Does she have any kids? 1. 2? 2. Okay. Sal Fisher and Larry Johnson. Alright. And does she have a husband? Okay. Henry Fisher. Okay. Address? Addison Apartments. Basement. Apartment. Okay. We will be driving you there. And we will be talking to Lisa. Alright. Let's go. I'll get it, Larry. Oh. Hey, officer. Are you Lisa Johnson? Yes, I am. How did you get down here? You need a... Mr. Addison gave it to me. Oh, okay. Listener. Hey, what are you doing with this man? Lisa. Yes, officer? Listener's gonna have to stay with you for a while. Huh? We were recently found out that the house that she was living in was not safe. And her mom is not in proper condition to take care of them. Oh, okay. Yeah. Listener, come on in. Larry's in his room. I'm gonna stay out here and talk to the officer. What's going on? Well, Mrs. Johnson, I don't know if you knew or not, but they were in a very abusive household. Oh no. Jason, you might know him. Yeah, he's Tiff's husband. Yeah, he has had very bad contact with Listener in the past and present. Oh no. We are getting him arrested and setting a court date up. I want you soon to talk to Listener and see if they want to go. Yeah, totally. One more thing. Tiffany. Yeah? I don't know if she'll ever be able to get Listener back. What? I already talked to Listener, but the only things that I told them was that she was diagnosed with schizophrenia and depression and PTSD. But there was more. Tiff is not in the right mindset for a child right now. And we don't want to take a risk of something happening to Listener. From all of the stuff that has happened to Tiff in the past few years, you may have not seen it, and not a lot of people have either, but she's slowly going insane. We took scans of her brain and found that she neurologically cannot comprehend certain things. So if you're not able to take care of Listener, we can take them and put them in a foster home. No, they can stay here. I will take care of them. Okay. Do you want... Adoption won't be needed. They're dating my, son, so... Okay. Well, you are gonna have to come to the court and sign off as our legal guardian soon. Thank you, officer. Of course. Have a good day, Mrs. Johnson. You too, officer. Lisa shut the door and walked over to Larry's door, which was open, and she peeked inside, and she saw Larry holding you. You were crying, and surprisingly, he was comforting you. She smiled, knowing that you'll eventually have a better life. Even if that means you'll never see your actual mother again. But you didn't know that yet. You didn't know about the many things that would be coming down in your life. Some good, some bad. This was just the beginning. Alright, and I'm gonna end that here because it is getting super long. So this one was not really, like, that much ex-Larry, but it had to go with the story, so... yeah, I promise you. So we are actually going to do a time skip for the next episode. It's actually going to be a few years later. And you are living with, when they're older, with Sal, Todd, and Neil. And you're helping Larry pack up and move in. I'm still debating if I'm going to go with the game or not with the game. I will let you guys choose down below. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your morning, day, or night. Bye-bye.